Features Gaming.
Hey guys, this is Features Gaming here with another vlog, and today I'm going to tell you about the orbit that is in our solar system. So first we're going to look at the orbit and how it controls our solar system. So our solar system is a circle around the sun, and as our Earth spins, that's how we get night and day. So the closest planet to the sun is Mercury. Let's talk about that planet first. So the size of Mercury is, well, the diameter, it is 3,000 miles or 4,900 kilometers. The distance from the sun is 36 million miles, or in kilometers, 58 million. The day of rotation is 58 days. The year time to orbit the sun is 88 days. The temperature is in day 790 degrees Fahrenheit or 420 degrees Celsius. At night it is minus 274 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 170 degrees Celsius. It has no moons. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. Moving on to Venus, the second planet from the Sun, or as some people would like to call it, the planet on fire. The size of the diameter of it is 7,521 miles, or 12,104 kilometers. Distance from the Sun, 67 million miles, or 108 million kilometers. The day of rotation is 233 days. Year time to orbit the Sun is 225 days. Temperature, 860 degrees Fahrenheit, or 460 degrees Celsius. It has no moons as well. Now moving on to the planet we live on, Earth. Okay, now moving on to our Earth, our spinning Earth. The size or the diameter of it is 7,926 miles or 12,756 kilometers. Distance from the Sun, we are 93 million miles away from the Sun or 150 million kilometers. The day for rotation is 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. As some people like to call it 24 hours. Year to orbit the Sun, so time to orbit the Sun, 365.25 days. Temperature, 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius average. We have one moon. Now moving on to Mars. The red planet. The size or the diameter of it is 4,225 miles, or 6,800 kilometers. The distance from the Sun, it is 142 million miles, or 228 million kilometers. The day of rotation is 24 hours and 37 minutes. The year time to orbit the Sun is 687 days. The temperature is plus 79 degrees Fahrenheit, or plus 26 degrees Celsius, to minus 250 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 137 degrees Celsius. It has two moons. Now moving on to Jupiter, the gigantic planet. Moving on to Jupiter, king of all the planets. The size of the diameter of it is 88,200 miles, or 142,000 kilometers. The distance from the Sun is 483 million miles, or 778 million kilometers. The day or rotation is 9 hours and 50 minutes. The year time to orbit the Sun is 12 years. Temperature, minus 238 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 150 degrees Celsius. It has 63 moons. Now moving on to Saturn, Lord of the Rings. Saturn is famous for its rings, but actually when you get close to it, it's just very, very little bits of rocks, called asteroids. The size diameter of it is 75,000 miles, or 120,000 kilometers. The distance from the Sun is 890 million miles, or 1,430 million kilometers. The day rotation is 10 hours and 14 minutes. The year time to orbit the Sun is 29 years. The temperature is minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 180 degrees Celsius. It has 57 moons. Now moving on to Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Moving on to Uranus, the size or diameter of it is 32,000 miles, or 51,000 kilometres. The distance from the Sun is 1,783 million miles, or 2,870 million kilometres. The day rotation, 17 hours and 14 minutes. Year time to orbit the Sun, 84 years. Temperature, minus 353 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 214 degrees Celsius. It has 27 moons. Now moving on to Neptune. Moving on to Neptune. The size or diameter of it is 31,400 miles or 50,500 kilometres. Distance from the Sun, 2,800 million miles or 4,500 million kilometres. The day or rotation is 16 hours and 7 minutes. Year time to orbit the Sun, 165 years. Temperature, minus 364 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 220 degrees Celsius. It has 13 moons. Now moving on to Pluto. Moving on to Pluto, the size or diameter of it is 1,370 miles or 2,200 kilometres. Distance from the Sun, 3,670 million miles or 5,900 million kilometres. The day or rotation is 6 days and 9 hours. Year time to orbit the Sun, 248 years. The temperature, minus 380 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 230 degrees Celsius. It has 3 moons. Pluto is so small that it's not actually a planet in our solar system, but I did it for education. Now moving on to our Earth's moon. The size or diameter of it is 2,156 miles or 3,470 kilometres. Distance from Earth, 238,600 miles or 384,000 kilometres. The day rotation, 27 days and 8 hours. Time to orbit the Earth, 27 days and 8 hours. As we like to call it, 28 days. Full moon to full moon, 29 days, 12 hours. Temperature, day, 225 degrees Fahrenheit or 107 degrees Celsius. Night, minus 243 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 153 degrees Celsius. We are now going to look at how the moon a different look every night. So for this experiment, we're going to be looking at the new moon, which is closer to the sunlight, and then we're going to be working our way anti-clockwise. So number 1 is new moon. Now moving on to number 2, waxing crescent. 3, first quarter, half moon. 4, waxing gibbous. Number 5, full moon. Number 6, waning gibbous. Number 7, third quarter, half moon. Number 8, waning crescent. And that's how a different look every night. And that circles every 27 days and 8 hours. Now moving on to our Sun. Now, as you probably would know, the Sun is not a planet, it is a star. So, the Sun's statistics, the size or diameter, 870,000 miles, or 1,400,000 kilometres. The surface temperature is 10,500 degrees Fahrenheit, or 5,800 degrees Celsius. The core temperature, 23,400,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or 13 million degrees Celsius. The rotation spin time is 27 days. Distance from Earth, 93 million miles, or 150 million kilometres. Time from light to reach Earth, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Star type, G2. Now this is very important. Do not look at the Sun with binoculars or a telescope, or even your eyes. It will do damage to your eyes for the rest of your life. It could make you blind. So please don't look at the Sun. And that's just the solar system. If you like it, then smash that likes button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Thanks for watching.